Word.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees.
Oh, shit.
So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be.
'Cause you know I'm high as fuck.
Living young and wild and free.
So what? I keep them rolled up, sagging my pants, not caring what I show. Keep it real with my niggas, keep it playing for these hoes. It look clean, don't it? Washed it the other day, watch how you lean on it. Eat me some 501 jeans on it, roll joints bigger than King Kong's fingers, and smoke them hoes down to they stingers. You a class clown, and if I skip for the damn with your bitch smoking grade
You know
A.
what? It's like I'm 17 again, peach fuzz on my...
Alright guys, we are back with Elite Mischiefs Scrims. This is their Tuesday edition. The plane path is from South George all the way down to the military base island. A couple of these teams jumping out early. The turnout for tonight wasn't as good as we thought it would be. A lot of other tournaments are going on and other scrims. But they're still hosting nonetheless. Let's see what these teams can do. Let's see all the action that's happened tonight. Looks like the Fierce Team 3 up here at Hospital with the Lycans Team 9 nearby. Down at military base, we do have a couple teams. Team 15, Made in Nepal, going up against Team 2. This is Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags. See if any action happens from these two teams. Your mom getting a nice thirst up on top onto a Made in Nepal member. The rest of these teams pretty spread out still. Made in Nepal just holding those two stacks. Also, looks like they do have a member off over here. This is Jaina. Looks like the rest of Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags coming pretty close to this player from Made in Nepal. But they are getting spotted out by an off angle. Yeah, you can see Nelly getting spotted out by Sway. LEG cracking a grenade. Zorro right in that room there. Looks like it's barely gonna miss the mark there. Nelly pushing up onto Jana. Jana Wuri does have that DBS in hand. They are going to crack a grenade right now. A pretty bad grenade by all accounts, but they do have another one in hand. This one looks a little bit better. Does take up Nelly pretty low. Nelly at just 1 HP. An off angle from Storm in the back does get this player knocked. LEG and Nelly now pushing up onto this player. And they do end up taking that player out. It is a 4v2 now between Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags and Made in Nepal. Up near hospital, the Fierce actually taking out a couple members from the Lycans. They actually end up taking out three of their members. Only Moon remaining. Back down here, looks like Sway gets a knock onto Nelly. They are grabbing that revive. Back near hospital, we do have Team 8. I believe this is the Russian Grandmas. Driving really close to the Fierce. The Fierce actually might spot this rotation coming out. They are right here. And the Fierce with some nice shots on. They might end up blowing up that vehicle if they keep rotating past. They need to keep rotating though. Leon getting knocked out of that vehicle there. So it looks like the Fierce will get one. They might try to chase for the rest. Looks like they're going to give up the hunt. The Russian Maniacs going over near Quarry. Right where Team 6 or a DC member of Team 6 is. Zone does shift down to the southwest. Looks like Made in Nepal ended up getting another knock onto one of those Elite Mischiefs Dirtbag players. They do look to be revived now, though. A fight breaking out between Team 20. That's Exquisite Underrated. And Team 6, Lightwork. Team 6 losing a couple players here. I believe their last player is that DC'd player, so I guess they have this player up here that's going to be their last player standing. over on the military island side of things. Team 14, that's Solid Esports, taking on Team 19, Miami Vice. Does look like Team 14 lost a player. Miami Vice pushing up this hill. Looks like you got Scar on the other side. He might have an angle onto these two players. Yeah, he should spot that player out. Does get some good shots onto that player. Not enough for a knock, though. Sneaks with a nice knock onto Scar. Boa also getting knocked by Kish. They need to use this. It's a 3v2 now. They need to push up. Batman trying to hold off this 3-person push onto him. Spraying through that smoke, hoping something hits. They are beginning to push. Kish getting ran over by Scar. So you can see Scar got revived. He came over, ran a player over. Maybe saving Batman's life there. Up on top of the hill, Team 20, Exquisite Underrated, do push across the bridge. And are third partying this fight perfectly right now. As you can see, they literally knocked about half these players already. Exquisite Underrated coming through here and just wiping these two teams. A perfect third party. There's a couple players still up here. Hand pushing up, does get that run over. And Miami Vice managed to make it out with 2 players alive. Batman looks like he got rezzed. Miami Vice, I believe, was taken out. Exquisite Underrated might be checking for these last 2 players. Soity boy getting shot at there. So they do know where these last 2 Miami Vice players are. It does look like they're going to be pushing up. Soity boy getting a knock. Batman getting a knock, but then getting killed in return. Exquisite Underrated up to 7 kills now. All 4 still alive. Looks like back at military base, Team 15, Made in Nepal, the duo that's still standing, did manage to take out 2 members of Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags. So it is a 2v2. But Team 13, that's Team Shadow, pushing up in the distance. So we might see a third party happen if these 2 teams keep fighting. We do have a boat rotation coming in from Team 8. This is Russian Grandmas. Or the remaining 3 players. Probably smart of them to pull up here and not go further down the bank, as you can see a lot of teams on the coast down there. Does look like Team 13 push out a military base. They are pushing up onto Exquisite Underrated right now. Exquisite Underrated getting some shots on that vehicle. You can see Team Shadow, they're going to hold that compound. Exquisite Underrated has been very aggressive during these scrims. Maya or Maya not spotting out that player right there, but Han getting that drive by, that run over. Gen Z getting killed in the back, or knocked. Skur in a 1v1 versus Maya, or Maya, however you say it. Both these players pretty tagged up. Skur does get a med off. Skur gets knocked, and a final grenade coming out from Soity Boy, killing that last player. So Exquisite Underrated up to 10 kills. They will still be a full squad after this fight. A very clean fight from them. They did get aggressive on it, so the other team did have a chance to defend their compound. Team 17, this is Haram. Very close to the duo from Made in Nepal. Also from Exquisite Underrated, who were just fighting at that compound. Haram actually getting pulled up on. Looks like Mickey getting taken out there. The rest of Haram very close by. Gen Z actually getting thirsted right there. Made in Nepal and Exquisite Underrated taking out the remainder of Haram. Team 17. Made in Nepal taking that compound that Exquisite Underrated were just at. They are up to 13 kills. They did lose a member though. You can see these players trying to rotate further into the zone. The Fierce, still a full squad. They do have 4 kills. They are going to have to push into this next zone. The last player from the Lycans just now trying to cross this bridge. All these teams just trying to find a spot in this zone before it shifts. You can see the Fierce and the Lycans, the only 2 teams outside this zone. Team 8, Russian Grandmas need to be aware that there could still be a team pushing up behind them. You can see Vortex, he's not very keen right now. He does have players driving right by him. Sokka actually spotting out Glacier from the Russian Grandmas. Vortex, he does get ran over actually. He does get spotted out by that last player driving in. And Russian Grandmas do get taken out by the Fierce. You can see if they were watching their back a little bit better, they would have noticed that team pushing in, but they're just too focused on the team in front of them. The Fierce now taking a fight with Exquisite Underrated. Insurgent does get knocked. Zone does center up. Exquisite Underrated and the Lycans, the only two teams inside this new zone. Looks like Maiden Nepal and Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags taking some long-range shots over the top side of these hills. The Lycans caught in the crossfire. They do get taken out. That solo that was remaining. The Fierce trying to push up, trying to find some space inside this new zone. They are the team that's going to have the most, I guess the worst time getting into this zone and finding a spot. They do find a little hill that they're working with right outside the compound from Exquisite Underrated. Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags, though, kind of being a thorn in their side, taking some shots towards them. Your mom tap firing that M4, getting a couple shots onto the Fierce as they pushed up. Some good shots from both these teams. Insurgent actually getting knocked by Storm. Looks like the Fierce do get blessed with a very close zone. They actually might have some of their players inside this new zone, so they will be able to use this hill to their advantage. Maiden Nepal coming in on the backside of this zone. Fighting with Exquisite Underrated. Also taking some shots towards Storm there from Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags. Storm very low up there. Does get a med off. You can see Zorro marking some terrain to maybe move in this new zone. Exquisite Underrated, making it hard for a lot of these teams to rotate in. They are holding the only compound in this zone. In a couple seconds, Maiden Nepal is going to have to try to rotate into this new zone. You can see they did smoke out a little area that they're going to try to rotate to. They do manage to get to these rocks up above the Fierce in a fight with Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags, and they do get taken out. The Fierce do have a player knocked. They should be able to grab this revive, though. Zone actually going towards the Fierce. Exquisite Underrated are going to have to push out of their compound. The solo remaining from Maiden Nepal, the furthest away from this new zone. Also going to have the toughest time pushing into this new zone with both these teams. knowing where he is. Exquisite underrated, just a trio still. They are up to 14 kills. The Fierce up to 9 kills, but they remain as a full squad. Also, the closest team to this zone right now. And they do hold this high ground above Exquisite Underrated's compound. You can see Insurgent getting Han about half HP. Zorro taking up Sokka a lot. Zorro getting taken out there by Insurgent. Sorry, I can't talk today, guys. My voice, it's rough. So Exquisite Underrated do have a knock onto Sokka. I believe that was Made in Nepal that got that knock. They are trying to take advantage of that by pushing up. You can see Maya getting taken out. Han does have the blue zone at their back. They are going to have to push up. The Fierce holding these angles onto this compound. It's going to be very difficult for Exquisite Underrated to push out. Soity Boy, the last player remaining. He is right in that smoke. Right behind that rock, actually. He does get taken out there. Alright, GG's to the Fierce, who get themselves first place with 13 kills. In second place, we do have Exquisite Underrated with 15 kills. And in third place, Made in Nepal, who got 2 kills. And then here's the rest of your teams. So going all out, we do have Soity Boy with 7 defeats and 1,000 damage. Best companion is also Soity Boy with 3 rescues and 4 assists. And Z with the finisher, who also had 3 defeats. And I apologize if I'm not saying any of your guys' names right. It's just... it's my English, I guess. Alright, I'll see you guys back for match number 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Try to feel it inside, but the fire that we had's all gone. Sometimes I think about why as the sand in the hourglass runs. I try to keep it in line, maybe I'm just not the one. But you know I would, but you know I would, but you know I would keep it undercover. We could have each other. But you know I would, but you know I would only let you down. You know I'm gonna change. Things just don't stay the same no more, no more. You know I'm gonna break. You know I'm gonna break your fading heart. But it's over, it's over, it's over now. It's over, it's over now. Time flies, I feel it inside, strike a nerve and it all went numb. One lie, you get me so high, my desire blocks out the sun. I try to keep it in line, maybe I'm just not the one. But you know I would, but you know I would, but you know I would keep it undercover. We could have each other. But you know I would, but you know I would only let you down. You know I'm gonna change. Things just don't stay the same no more, no more. You know I'm gonna break. You know I'm gonna break your fading heart. But it's over, it's over, it's over now. But it's over, it's over, it's over now.
it's up. You know me, you know.
You know I'm gonna change. Things just don't stay the same no more, no more. You know I'm gonna break. You know I'm gonna break your fading heart. When it's over, it's over, it's over now. When it's over, it's over, it's over now.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south. Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back.
wrong and it was forked in two. Your venom was lethal, I almost believed you. Yeah, you preyed on my every mistake, waited on me to break, held me under hoping I would drown. Like a plague, I was racing away, trying to find my way out, find my way out. And then finally came the day I stopped giving my heart away. For heaven's sake, my bones will break, but you never own my soul. No, I feel you crumble in my arms down to your heart of stone. You bled me dry just like the tears you never show. Why don't you tell me what you want from me? Tell me what you need from me. Tell me what you want to go. Why don't you tell me what you want from me? Tell me what you need from me. Tell me what you want to go.
I took them stones you threw, made chains for the crew. I brought up 10 of this coupe, only made for 2. They all ran through it, and ain't nothing left to do. I need some more reasons to live out this evening. I've been sipping forever, reaching, taking whatever, hoping, thinking whenever you be back on road. Let's go our ways, whichever you say, how is however long as you know I'll never be alone. Blood off it, shot it on back, need it on sight, crack it out back, give it that pipe, all of my gang, shot it went back.
I feel you crumble in my arms down to your heart of stone. You bled me dry just like the tears you never show. Why don't you tell me what you want from me? Tell me what you need from me. Tell me what you want to go. Why don't you tell me what you want from me? Tell me what you need from me. Tell me what you want to go.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they loved one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades. You love another psychopath sitting next to you. You love another murderer sitting next to you. You think I'd get it sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are here.
Alright guys, we are back with match number 2 of the Elite Mischiefs. Now cash scrims for every team that showed up. We got a couple teams jumping out early here. This is on Sandhawk, so all these teams should be able to get to where they gotta be. Looks like a few teams going towards boot camp. A light work actually getting there a little bit later, it looks like. They are just a duo, though. Actually, this is Team 10. I guess this is Region 8 NA. Even though it looks like some light work members, but we also have Team 13. This is Team Shadow. They are a full squad. So it will be a 4v2 over in boot camp. The rest of these teams are all spread out around the map. We do have the Lycans as a trio pretty close to the Fierce. The Fierce is actually the team that won last match. They are alone at Runes, so they will be able to loot the whole of Runes. On their way out, they might get camped by the Lycans, depending on if they know that they're there. Back in boot camp, we do have a knock coming out from Tez. Tez with some good shots on the Skur there as well. Looks like Cal trying to crawl back to go get revived. Tez is going to have to get this thirst if they want to make this a little bit more of an even fight. He does manage to get that thirst onto Cal. So Team Shadow brought down to just a trio. It'll be a little bit of a better fight for Region 8 NA. Both these teams in kind of like a standoff between those two sides of boot camp. Looks like over near Runes, the Fierce and the Lycans are going to get into a little bit of a fight. H2O getting knocked. I think Moon is still across the water trying to swim back. It's not a good look for the Lycans right now. Moon got back up on shore. Did get a knock onto Static. Z getting very tagged up. And does get knocked by Sun. And thirsted out. So Sun with a nice 1v1 there. Sokka, actually the last player remaining from the Fierce, in a 1v1 with Sun. Sun going back, maybe trying to grab a revive onto H2O. Sokka might be trying to grab a revive onto Static as well. Sun did manage to get this revive. He needs to get aggressive here, though. He cannot let the Fierce get away with this. You can see Sokka getting that revive off just in time to get some shots onto H2O. Now Static and Sokka are pushing up. Sun being very disciplined and just sitting here. Does kind of bite him though, because that off angle comes through from the Fierce. You can see Static over here on this rock. A very nice angle. Sokka with a knock with that Uzi. It's now a 2v1 versus Static's Sokka and Moon. Doesn't look like Moon has much for meds. He is very low right now. He managed to hit Saka with a DBS shot, but did not manage to hit him with that second one. So the Fierce, up to 3 kills. They did lose 2 of their members, so they are now just a duo. Back in boot camp. It's now a 2v2 between Team Shadow and Region 8 NA. It does look like Haram is trying to third party this fight. You can see them up on the hill over here to the north. Tez putting out some shots, nothing really connecting. Skur getting knocked by Kaisik. I think that's how you say his name. Tez now in a 1v1 with the last remaining member from the Team Shadow. That member does get that knock and the thirst. And that's it for Team Shadow. They did get third party by the Haram player that pushed in. On the other side of this, Exquisite Underrated are in a position to third party if Haram does push up towards that solo from Team 10. Whoa. Team 8, Russian Grandma, is getting very close to Team 15. That's Made in Nepal up on the hill there. See Made in Nepal literally right above this team. I don't think that Zoro actually spotted them out yet though. He should here in a second. Yeah, he does see that player. He should be making that call out to his team right now. He should know that there's a team down there. I did see that player onto his screen. Vortex, he running around. They are rotating out right now in vehicles though. They actually run into a tree, giving Zoro a very nice spray. Does knock Hog. Navi on the other side of that rock. Vortexy off to the right is Vortexy, so they kind of have this player trapped on this tree. Vortexy does get knocked as well though. And the rest of Made in Nepal are pushing up. You can see Navi getting pushed by 2 different players. Does get taken out. It's all up to Leon. Leon in an essentially a 1v4. Does have players all around him with angles. He does get brought down to just a 1 shot. And Made in Nepal taking out the Russian Grandmas there. Exquisite Underrated actually pushing up onto Haram down in boot camp. And I think taking them out. That solo from Team 10 is still here. So this solo from Region 8 NA still surviving. They do know exactly where he's at though. And Exquisite Underrated up to 5 kills. All 4 of their players still left alive. The zone did shift towards the east side. A lot of these teams spread out. Some of these teams not even in zone yet. The Fierce playing this match very safe. You can see they kind of sent somebody forward, scouting it out underneath the bridge. They're slowly making their advance up the hill. They are just a duo though, so I can see why they're trying to play it a little bit slower, a little bit more safe. I think the rest of these teams are all full teams that they came into the match with, because Miami Vice only came in with a trio. They're still all alive. So the Fierce, the only team that isn't a full team that they came in with right now. Zorro spotting out Team 14. That's solid esports. Moving across the hill. Some nice shots by Zorro. Catching that player. They should be able to grab that revive. Unless they see the toes. Zone does hard shift west towards boot camp. Team 14 trying desperately to get that player revived. And Kish actually getting thirsted by Maiden Nepal. Team 14 moving back up this hill, but they have a little bit more cover from that team down below them. Looks like up north, Team 2, they did have a player knocked. It looks like they're able to get that revive. They are starting to rotate into zone. Miami Vice actually spotting these players out as they're trying to rotate. Looks like Storm getting thirsted, another player getting knocked. So Team 2 Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags kind of caught in a crossfire between Miami Vice and Exquisite Underrated. Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags forced to go on foot from here. They did have that vehicle. They are trying to push down into this new zone. Keep in mind the zone is pushing these teams closer together. Your mom is knocked. I do not think that going for the res right here is the smart play, but you can see they can still see Nelly and your mom from a different angle. And your mom getting knocked again. Nelly and LEG just trying to get into this new zone. You can see with a little bit of tree cover, they might be able to jump from house to house. The zone does center up. Maiden Nepal, the only team that's inside zone. They do have a little compound right there. Exquisite Underrated still taking shots at everybody that they see on these distant hills. They do still have the duo from the Fierce right above them. Zone is rotating. These teams need to get into zone. Some good shots on a static from a player from Exquisite Underrated. Miami Vice getting very close to Team 14. Team 14, this is solid esports. Hiding behind one single rock. If Scar can get a nade back there. Oh, actually, they got 2 rocks to play with. Alright, they're good. But that rock that they were hiding behind originally, very nadeable. They are getting pressured from Made in Nepal from their right side as well. And zone is shifting again. These teams need to fight each other, or zone's going to be taking both these teams out. Plus Exquisite Underrated coming over with a third party. All these teams outside the blue zone. Scar KK, the last player remaining from Team 19. From Team 14. That last player right in front of them. They will have to take this fight. Team 15 though, Made in Nepal. With this single house inside the zone. Able to clean up a lot of these kills. And that's it for Exquisite Underrated and all those teams up there on the side of that hill getting wiped. The 2 teams that remain is Made in Nepal, who has 10 kills, and the Fierce as a duo, who have 5 kills. Looks like Sokka not knowing if he got that thirst or not. So now it's a 2v2 between Made in Nepal, who's taken up this compound, and the Fierce, who are forced to push in towards that compound. They do have some rocks and trees to hide behind. You can see them pushing up together. Static does get knocked. It's a 2v1 between Sokka and the 2 members from Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal with a nice grenade, winning this match. So Made in Nepal getting that first place with 12 kills. In second place, the Fierce with 5 kills. And in third place, Exquisite Underrated with 12 kills. And then here's the rest of your standings. For the going all out, we do have Zoro with 9 defeats and 881 damage. Best companion is your mom with 2 rescues. And On Neat with your finisher with 2 defeats as well. Alright guys, we'll be right back with match number 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Chasing after that fame, gonna bring you down till I wear the crown. No stopping till you know my name. Ain't backing down for no fight, so you better run for your life. Gonna hunt you down like an animal now. Better run like, ooh, I'm ready to go, yeah. I'm bringing the fire. And I can't be denied. Cause I'm bringing the fire. And I can't be denied. Hey, cause I'm bringing the fire. You better stay in your lane. You know I'm bringing that pain. Better set me down cause it's getting loud. I'm a king and I came to reign. Here to steal and destroy. I'm burning that midnight oil. I'm a thief in the night, gonna breathe that fire. Work hard, burn it down like woo. I'm ready to go, yeah. You already know. I'm feeling my flow, yeah, it's about to blow. Turning it up like a savage. Yeah, I'm ready for action. Everyone knows I'm the baddest, yeah, it's about to happen. Ain't nobody gonna stop me now. Ain't nobody gonna bring me down. Ain't nobody gonna stop me now. Ain't nobody gonna bring me down. Cause I'm bringing the fire. And I can't be denied. Cause I'm bringing the fire. And I can't be denied. Cause I'm bringing the fire.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. On we'll go, finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And
I've been on the grind here for long enough. Ain't nobody here who gonna stop me now. Cause there ain't nothing left but keep on going up. I put in the work, I don't need no love. Born to be the king, yeah, I got the crown. See him from the top, coming from a spot. Till I knock him down. Get up, sit up, you ain't got long. I can see you looking so gone. Tap out, stay down, tryna act strong. Don't cry to me, go and call your damn mom. Whoa, whoa. I'm going for the diamonds and pearls. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I'm standing on top of the world. I've been on the grind here for long enough. Ain't nobody here who gonna stop me now. Cause there ain't nothing left but keep on going up. I put in the work, I don't need no love. Born to be the king, yeah, I got the crown. See him from the top, coming from a spot. Till I knock him down. Shining like the stars up in the coop. Cut the top off, now the car ain't got no roof. Feel like Superman, my life is bulletproof. Turn the haters down and put them all on you. Whoa, whoa. I'm going for the diamonds and pearls. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I'm standing on top of the world. I've been on the grind here for long enough. Ain't nobody here who gonna stop me now. Cause there ain't nothing left but keep on going up. I put in the work, I don't need no love. Born to be the king, yeah, I got the crown. See him from the top, coming from a spot. Till I knock him down. Girls alone. 2 Bud Lights deep and she saying things she don't mean it, no. I met her down at Aldi. She said that she saw me walking in about a mile away. Bean just had to take her phone and that just took her smile away. She said I'm too drunk and crazy, she don't like the way I dance. I said you don't have to join, then she said she'd take a chance. I've been kinda crazy ever since it went down. I got kinda lost and baby, this what I found. Girls like you just wanna take me around. You're gonna find out they don't love you and they only love you right now. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed my eyes at home and leave them Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls alone.
They town just told me don't trust them. Broadway girls are trapped. They owe me, they tryna finesse me, they see one Morgan, they know that I rap. My horse is Porsche, turning me on, I jump on a horse, she get on the back. I went to the bar to go buy a drink, she listen to Pink, she told me she not a rap. I can't run out of money, the trenches love me forever, they treat me like Ed in London. Take her to poor, they ain't got a bed for nothing. The covers, boots, guitar, cigar, the bar. She riding a bull like car, she usually don't cool with stars.
Two things that you gonna find out. They don't love you and they only love you right now. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed my eyes at home and leave them Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls. Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls alone.
back to my hometown. Oh. But I told them that I'm savage. They just try to tell me there's few things that you gonna find out. They don't love you and they only love you right now. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed my ass at home and leave them Broadway girls alone. Few things that you gonna find out. They don't love you and they only love you right now. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed my ass at home and leave them Broadway girls alone. Broadway girls alone.
Alright guys, we are back with match number 3 of the night. This is Elite Mischiefs Scrims. They did make them cash scrims after a lot of these teams backed out. So, for every team that's in here right now, this is cash scrims. This match is on Miramar. It's a very southern plane path from Val Del Mar over to Impala. So a lot of those northern cities are not going to be able to get parachuted to. Only 35 players actually made it to this match, so it's going to be a slow match. We'll we'll try to catch some players doing stupid stuff, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll see some vehicles getting flipped. Probably end up seeing some players getting a little bored, maybe dancing, maybe just AFKing. It does look like a couple teams dropped into Chuma. We have Exquisite Underrated, and we do have Team 14. Team 14 actually pushing up. That is Solid Esports. See, Maya does have 2 members from Solid Esports on them. A grenade coming out there, not really taking up those players. Han did make their way over, or Han. Solid Esports kind of taking their time pushing up. Han does get knocked up top. Some good shots from Soity Boy and Maya getting a knock there. Also another knock from Soity Boy at the bottom. Solid Esports. Only a duo now. Gen Z getting knocked. And Thurston in the back, I believe. Kish with a nice knock onto Soity Boy, I believe. Yep, that is Soity Boy. He is going to try to get this revive onto his fallen player next to him. Maya grabbing a revive onto Han. Kish pushing up the back stairs. Does get jump shotted by Han. It's now a 2v2 again. Actually, it's a 1v2. Han, the only player remaining from Exquisite Underrated. And Solid Esports do end up taking that win against Exquisite Underrated. They get themselves 4 kills. They do lose 2 of their members, so they are just a duo. Over in Los Leones, we do have a couple teams. We got the Russian Grandmas. We also have Team Shadow. Team Shadow, they look to know, they look like they know that the Russian Grandmas are here. You can see them kind of looking right towards them, using that third person peek to their advantage. A smoke coming out too. Hog actually pushing up right towards this player. A really easy knock right in the open. I don't know what Hog was thinking. It looks like he was trying to go for this vehicle. Leon in the back getting a knock at that tree. Vortexy unfortunately getting knocked as well to Cal. Navi getting a knock and a thirst onto Tez. Leon getting that thirst onto his player that he knocked. So for right now, it is a 2v2 unless they can pick up Vortexy. Cal with a pretty good high ground angle onto the whole fight. He does spot out Leon in that brick building. AZ just watching for the cross from Navi. Cal actually pushing up on ground. Navi should be able to spot this out. Some good shots from Navi getting that knock onto Cal. So right now it is a 1v2. Looks like Vortexy did end up bleeding out. AZ knocking Navi. They were not able to get that thirst though. So for now it is a 1v1 between Leon and AZ. AZ pushing up, does throw a grenade out. Navi already to the right of that grenade, so that grenade will not do any damage. AZ pushing around the corner, does get another knock onto Navi, but Leon does get those shots on, taking that player out. Russian Grandma's up to 4 kills. They do lose 2 of their members. They will remain as a duo for the time being. Over in Picado, it looks like the Fierce taking out Miami Vice. They should be able to get this revive, and they will remain as 4 players. But Haram, Team 17, driving right by them. A lot of these teams outside zone. Zone does shift again, going a little southeasternly. Right around that new Monument truck stop. The new city or monument that they added. The remainder of these teams all rotating to spots inside this new zone. A lot of these teams very spread out from each other. I don't expect any fights to be happening anytime soon. So now you get to see what teams do when the match is pretty dead, you know? Like, the circle is pretty big for 19 players being alive, so looks like a couple players going AFK, probably just sitting in compounds. I've noticed that a lot of these teams aren't being aggressive, actually, like, searching for these other teams that are still alive. A lot of them just taking compounds, taking positions, power in the next zone to be ready for a potential fight that might happen. It's weird kind of watching these teams from spectator POV, because as you can see, the whole north side of this zone isn't taken by any of these teams. But I guess with how southerly that plane path was, you wouldn't expect a lot of those teams to be on that north side. Something that a lot of IGLs, a lot of good IGLs kind of look for towards the first zone or the second zone is what side's going to have the least amount of teams, you know, to push in from that side. If they're going for placement, that is. The zone does kind of center up onto the east coast. Truck stop, still inside zone. Yeah, part of Impala, also inside the zone. And a lot of these teams, all within the zone, I believe. Only Elite Mischiefs, I believe it's Dirtbags, and Solid Esports are the only two teams outside this next zone. Over on this western side of zone, Team 17, Made in Nepal, maybe spotting out the Fierce. And they definitely know that the Fierce is there. They can hear that vehicle. Sokka pushing up. Right into Sway, who had an off angle onto that push the whole time. It's going to be difficult for the Fierce to get this revive with Sway over here. You can see they did smoke that area out pretty well. Sway does find some connections through that smoke, but Static with a nice knock onto Sway. Oh, actually, this is Haram. My bad, not Made in Nepal. They just have a mix of team tags on their team. The Fierce actually taking them out. Looks like they were only a trio. So the Fierce up to 7 kills. Team 14, Solid Esports, taking some shots towards the Fierce. Nothing really connecting. On the other side of zone, the actual Made in Nepal team, taking on a fight with Team 2. This is Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags. Zorro getting a knock there onto Nelly. And a Thirst coming through as well. This is the team that won last match. We'll see how they go up against the remainder of Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags. Storm getting tagged up a lot as he tries to throw that grenade out. Grenade not connecting. Zorro going up to throw a grenade. Does miss the window. Looks like he has a Molotov as well that he'll try to throw in there. Molotov does connect to Storm. Storm gets taken down to about 1 HP. LEG with an off angle from Jaina Wuri getting taken out. You can see Maiden Nepal definitely has every angle covered onto this building. And Zorro going in there with the S12K, cleaning up the remainder of Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags. So Maiden Nepal up to 4 kills. All 4 of their members still remaining. The duo from Russian Grandmas also have the duo from Solid Esports right next to them. So we could see a little duo on duo action if they start fighting. I don't know if Russian Grandmas are aware that Solid Esports are here, but it looks like Solid Esports are definitely aware that there's a player here. Bano actually spotting out Navi. Leon moving right up the hill towards Bano. Leon getting knocked there. Leon actually getting a knock onto one of the Solid Esports members before. Now it's just Dano versus Navi. Navi's gonna try to grab this Thirst. Now it's just a 1v1. Looks like Navi's gonna prioritize zone. They do get tagged up a lot by that grenade. We'll see if Bano tries to push this at all. It's not looking like they're gonna push. Actually, Navi maybe got taken out to zone. I think it was the zone actually getting that kill on a Navi. Maiden Nepal going up against the Fierce right now. These two teams have won the first 2 matches, so should be a pretty good fight. Sokka near the front of this engagement. Insurgent getting a knock from the back. And Sokka grabbing those thirsts. Insurgent with great support coming through the back. You can see him, he was way near that back of the line. Neat, the last player remaining. It looks like there is 2 members knocked from the Fierce. So the Fierce will probably try to grab these revives quick. Neat's actually deciding to rotate for zone. As you can see, zone did kind of center up. Only the Fierce actually within inside this next zone. The final 3 teams remaining is the Fierce with 10 kills and all 4 still up. You got Team 15. This is Made in Nepal with just a solo remaining with 4 kills. And he is getting chased. You also have Solid Esports with 5 kills as a solo remaining. Solid Esports actually getting spotted out here and taken out. All that remains is the solo from Made in Nepal. So the Fierce now on watch for this last player. They're trying to find him. Z getting pretty close, but not coming over this ridge to actually see him. Oh, they did now, though. He does get ran over by Insurgent. GG's to the Fierce, taking that win. They do get 12 kills. In second place, you got Made in Nepal with 4 kills. And in third place, Solid Esports with 5 kills. And then here's your remainder of the lobby. Alright, going all out, you do have Z with 4 defeats and 572 damage. Best companion is also Z with 3 rescues and 1 assist. And your finisher is Insurgent with 4 defeats. Alright guys, I'll see you guys right back with the final match of the night. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned.
Fallen one too many times, feeling like it never ends. Back again, square one. Tried to leave myself behind, looking for a better place, not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line.
Inside me, son of a god, I'm like a titan that's rising on just you watch. I'm stepping into fate, there is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me, this is how legends are made. on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I got that lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made.
Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated. All tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Mama said, something for oddities, stranger kisses. Ain't ever wannabes, winning the novelties that don't ever change. We wanted everything, wanted everything. Stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Oh, stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me. So I got one more run, and it's gonna be a sight to see. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars.
Alright guys, we are back with the final match of the night. This is Elite Mischiefs Cash Scrims. You can see the remainder of the players all having a good time. Alright, for the final match of the night, it is on Vikendi. The plane path from Peshkova all the way over to Kerchis. This is a pretty northern plane path. A lot of those southern cities are not going to be able to get parachuted to. We'll see where these teams decide to go. There's only 30 people in this lobby in this match. So, not a great many people, but we'll see if these teams can find each other and how the fights turn out. Looks like two teams actually landing on top of each other in Goroka. A duo from Team Shadow and the winners of a few matches tonight, actually, the Fierce. It is now just a 1v4. Yuba does have a DBS, which is a very good gun to 1v4 with. If you can hit these shots. You can see those players immediately backing up and just getting grenade ready. A Molotov does take him up. You can see none of these players actually want to push in here. Insurgent does get knocked. And he peeks over just a little too far. And Static with the Uzi gets some shots in there. The Fierce already up to 2 kills. All 4 players still alive. Over in Kerchis, we do have 2 teams jumping onto each other. We have Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags and the Russian Grandmas. These two teams kind of have their own little side. You can see both pretty split. One on the north side, or one on the east side, one on the south side. Or east and west, I guess, rather. Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags kind of grouping up into a couple houses. It's literally just going to come down to what team either gets an opening knock first, or what team decides to group up and just do one single push throughout the houses. You can see Navi getting a couple shots onto Storm. Not enough for a knock. Your mom actually is a good spot on the roof. You can see WAP. Pretty close to Nelly. Both these teams taking it very slow. None of them deciding to group up and actually do like a full-scale push. Looks like the Russian Grandma's just trying to get angles onto this team. And then the Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags kind of just grabbing houses and just sitting in them. Trying to maybe catch one of the Russian Grandmas. Off in the distance, you do see Hog going for kind of a flank. If he does get behind your mom, he will be able to see him up here on the roof. Your mom maybe sensing that and kind of backing up a little bit. WAP taking some shots towards LEG. Leon off in the distance should be able to see this angle from LEG coming out. Maybe he's not quite noticing it. These two teams are outside zone, so they are going to have to take this fight outside zone now if they don't finish it up quickly. The rest of these teams all pretty spread out. You do have, I believe this is Solid Esports, pretty close to Villa, where Haram is. And actually Exquisite Underrated, driving right past Haram. If they keep going straight, they will run into Solid Esports. Actually, they're going to get caught out right in the middle of these two teams. You can see Soity Boy getting tagged up and knocked. Gen Z also knocked. Haram with 2 kills there. Up north a little bit more. The Fierce finding Made in Nepal and taking those members out as they were... Looks to be like they were just pulling up to a vehicle, maybe trying to grab it. The Fierce up to 6 kills. Elite Mischiefs do decide to just get out of Kirchis, and they grab a vehicle and rotate out. Back at Villa, Solid Esports get a knock on Haram, and they do end up pushing up. And that's it for Haram. Exquisite Underrated also on the opposite side, getting some shots onto them. All that remains is a duo from Exquisite Underrated. You can see Solid Esports pushing up. Yamzeus with a nice angle, only able to get one knocked. He does get another one knocked right now, though. Han also out here. And actually, Zenzu from an off angle, blowing up that vehicle. It is now just a 1v1 from Han and Zenzu here. And Han with those shots, taking that player out. He does not look happy. Exquisite Underrated do take out Solid Esports. And this player actually disconnecting here. Going AFK. He might have just said fuck it and left the lobby. I don't know. But he will probably go out to Blue Zone if he does not come back. That means there's just 3 teams remaining. We have a full squad from the Fierce, who are actively looking for teams. You can kind of see them rolling around. We have Elite Mischiefs, Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags, who got out of that fight from Kirchis, rotated out. And now we also have Team 2, who are out in the Blue Zone. This is, or Team 8, my bad. This is the Russian Grandmas, who ran away, or didn't run away, but who were in that fight in Kirchis, but nothing really happened. It does look like they're going to rotate towards zone. Looks like Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags did manage to go right past the Fierce. The Fierce looks like a few of their players just kind of sitting and chilling. You can see the boredom taking over here. A few of these players just getting stunned. Han does get taken out to play zone like we expected. Alright, 3 teams remain. All 3 of those teams a full squad, so hopefully whenever these fights do happen, we'll see some good squad on squad action. The Fierce rotating a little bit more into zone. Looks like they might be actively looking for these teams. Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags on the move now. All three of these teams just kind of driving around. I don't know if they're looking for each other or if they're just trying to get a better spot in the zone. I would say that the Fierce is definitely out there looking for a team though. As you can see, they are kind of split, driving around. It looks like Elite Mischiefs just trying to find a better spot in this next zone. Looks like they'll take up Milnar. Zone is about to shift. We'll see where this zone does end up going. It just kind of centers up. The Fierce actually kind of shooting some shots, kind of see if anybody will react. Yeah, the Fierce definitely out here looking for teams to fight. The last two teams. We'll see if they spot out the Russian grandmas who are right next to them pretty much. They barely missed both these teams as they rotated right past them. Alright, they are going towards Milnar now. We'll see if they end up seeing Elite Mischiefs Dirtbags. They did just spot out Nelly. As you can see, Nelly running across in the open right there. I seen it, so they definitely seen it. And they are pulling up. So they have found one of these squads to push. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You can hear those grenades cracking immediately. Nelly with kind of an off angle onto this team. If he does go up into this house, he will be able to see them. Zone does just kind of center up. Russian Grandma's the only team outside of zone. And Nelly actually getting tagged up there a little bit by Static. And Nelly actually getting full pushed. Nelly getting taken out there. I believe Storm was able to knock Static, but the Fierce pushing up onto Elite Mischiefs. Oh, your mom almost able to get that thirst onto Z. But the Fierce should be able to get these revives and stay as a full squad. It is going to be a 4v4 between the Russian Grandmas and the Fierce. The Fierce up to 10 kills now. The Russian Grandmas need to be ready for this fight. It is going to be a 4v4, so both teams are going to be full force. We'll see what happens. The Fierce definitely going to be the aggressors. I don't see the Russian Grandmas getting that aggressive. The Fierce definitely been looking for the fights the whole time. The new zone does pop, and neither of these teams are in it. We'll see what team decides to rotate to this zone first. The Fierce getting a really early jump here. And it does look like the Fierce are going to go in this new zone before the Russian Grandmas. The Russian Grandmas actually moving on foot for some reason. I don't know what happened to their vehicle. But that is not a good sign for them. Unless they can get to this compound inside zone. Oh, my bad. Unless they can get into that northerly compound inside zone before the Fierce, I don't see good things happening. So you can see the Fierce actually pushing up to this compound I was just talking about. And they do spot out Russian Grandmas, getting a couple shots onto Leon. The grenades immediately popping out. Leon hiding behind a wall now. Static does have an off angle. Insurgent getting knocked by Hog. Hog is behind them, but he's behind 3 of them. He needs to get out from the open right now. And Hog does get knocked. Navi, the last player remaining for the Russian Grandmas. And they are outside zone. The Fierce definitely been the aggressors the whole night. We'll see if they push onto Navi or if they just let the zone kill him. Looks like they think that they're in this house, but they're really not. They're outside the house behind a wall. And I believe the zone does take that last player out. The Fierce getting the win here with 13 kills in second place. You do have the Russian Grandmas with 0 kills, and in third place, Elite Mischiefs, Dirtbags, getting 0 kills as well. Here's the rest of your standings. And for the going all out, you do have Insurgent with 5 defeats and 550 damage. And the best companion being Sokka with 2 rescues and 3 assists. That's it for the Elite Mischiefs Cash Scrims, the Tuesday edition. They do have some on Thursdays, so check that out. Alright, GG's to every team that came out tonight. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
Somebody's gonna hurt your feelings. Some love is gonna break your heart. Tear it into a million pieces. Sometimes some things fall apart. Not every day is gonna be easy. You might collect some scars, but that's all part of being human. We will fall, we will break, yeah, we all will make mistakes. Don't be scared, it's okay, 'cause tomorrow's another day. Let the rain wash away all the problems of yesterday. We will fall and we will break. We're only human anyway. We're only human anyway. We're only human anyway. Go easy on yourself, keep trying. Keep doing the best you can, 'cause Lord knows you're bound to fly it. Bright future in your hands. Nothing's gonna stop you now. Keep your head out of the clouds and just remember that you're only human. We will fall, we will break, yeah, we all will make mistakes. Don't be scared, it's okay, 'cause tomorrow's another day. Let the rain wash away all the problems of yesterday. We will fall and we will break. We're only human anyway. We're only human anyway. We're only human anyway. anyway. Nothing's gonna stop you now. Keep your head out of the clouds and just remember that you're only human.
Lost in a world of my own. Everything feels so unknown. I tried to wake up from this dream, but nothing is quite what it seems. I'm running, but I'm not getting far. I'm driving, but I can't find the car. I'm flying, but I can't reach the sky. I'm swimming, but I can't stay alive.